Turning to a more positive note when it comes to the Olympics, what can we expect from the Israeli delegation? ILTV's Steve Leibowitz sat down with Reuters sports reporter Ori Lewis to see which Israeli athletes may win top medals.
Well, this is the largest delegation Israel has ever sent. There are going to be at least 47 athletes. And what's noticeable perhaps this time compared to previous Olympics is there are no real big names that everybody's at home has been talking about. So perhaps less pressure on the athletes in terms of public pressure. And perhaps they might succeed more. I mean, in London there were no medals. There were great expectations for at least one, possibly two medals. And for the first time after 20 years, there were no medals.
Well, with this team of 47, certainly there are some good medal hopes. Who would you say are the top female hopes?
Hanna Minenko, the triple jumper who won silver medal at the European Championships.
Just very recently.
Very recently, she's seen as a possibility. Certainly with the absence of Russian athletes in Rio, they're definitely not going to be there. It certainly helps her chances. And probably also Yarden Jerby, the judoka, who has won the World Championship before. She's one of the top athletes. She hasn't had great success in the past year and a half or so, but she's certainly up there with a chance.
And a very unusual development, an entire team, rhythmic gymnastics, who are doing extremely well in world competition.
Indeed, yes. The rhythmic gymnastics team, the names of whom are probably not known to many, but their coach is very well known because of a controversy just recently. Won a gold medal this week at the World Championships. And they are hot stuff at the moment. They're looking very, very good. Certainly they could win something. The discipline that their coach has instilled in them makes them one of the top teams in the world, and they are probably more than anybody else in a chance or in a situation where they could win something.
I was very curious to note that our women's delegation is actually larger than our men's delegation. But just the same, who are some of our male hopefuls for the Olympics?
Well, Shachar Tsuberi is very experienced as a windsurfer. He's won bronze. He won a bronze medal in
Beijing.
In Beijing, exactly. Ori Sasson, one of the judokas, he's the big guy, over 100 kilograms, could do well. He's had some good performances, and he's won medals at various championships. And elsewhere, I think it's going to be more difficult for the men than for the women. I don't see any
swimmers,
huge,
a big delegation of swimmers?
Yes, swimmers are good. They're going to make finals. One or two of them, Jakob Tumarkin, possibly Gal Nova, will make finals. I don't see them finishing up on the podium because they're up against the very, very best in the world. But they are good. They're up there. They're in the top 10 in their categories. So it's going to be very exciting to watch.
Now, in the last Olympics, as you mentioned, in London, we didn't win any medals. There was great disappointment here in Israel. I think some heads even roll in the Israel Olympic Committee when that takes place because of those expectations. If you were to make a prediction heading into Rio, how many medals for Israel, if any?
I think one at least, two. Three would be really quite exceptional.
Have we gotten more than three ever?
No, two is the most. I think on 2 occasions we've got 2 medals at games.
1 gold still, only from Yael Arad.
No, 1 gold from Gal Friedman, windsurfer in Athens. A silver medal was the very first medal won by Yael Arad in 1992. And then a second medal.
I remember it so clearly, it just seems like gold to me because it was so sweet. It was the first one.
Exactly, and everybody remembers that. It was just such a huge occasion. Israel had been waiting 40 years to finally get a medal after their first participation at an Olympic Games, and they thought it would never happen. And then she finally won a medal. She said she would go out there and do it, and she did it, which was unusual. Here, you don't hear people talking about that so much. People, the coaches, the people around the athletes are kind of trying to lower expectations, not say anything. And I think that's very good for the Israeli team. They need not to have the pressure on them, and hopefully they will rise to the occasion on the big day.